Welcome. I am coming to you live from Nashville Needlework Market 2024. I am filming on my iPad, just a heads up, and it has been a long day. You can't tell my makeup is all below my eyes, and I'm feeling a little exhausted at this point, but I wanted to check in with you guys and kind of give you the 411 on where we are right now. We just finished up Friday night at the Needlework Market, so I've got quite a few things here to share with you. So I'm going to just show you singles of each item, not how many of each, whatever. I'm just going to kind of show you what we've got our hands on so far. So I see somebody just joined. Welcome. I am just going to kind of go for it here. I thought filming live would be much easier than trying to film a video and upload it, and my iPad is uploading fast at the hotel. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this. You get this as a buyer at Nashville. So I was given this, which is pretty much a real thick catalog of everything that's being sold, where they are located. So I will share with you where I'm going tomorrow. So that way, in case you guys want to see anything, you can tell me and I can at least film it on my phone. It's crazy busy and crazy hot at this wonderful event. That's the only thing I wasn't prepared for, is the fact that I'm swelteringly hot. But I think part of that is that I'm fangirling a little bit and I'm very excited. So I get worked up and I get hot. Right, so the problem is when I get hot, my glasses fog up. Anyways, so tomorrow, which is our main event, which starts at 9, so I don't know. So we are meeting and having breakfast at 8, and then we're gonna head over to the convention center afterward. So it's from 9 to 6 tomorrow, so we have lots of time to shop and meet people and talk to the artists and kind of see what's going on. So my plan for sure that I'm going to be going to tomorrow is Annie B's Folk Art, Artist Design, The Artsy Housewife, The Blue Flower, Finally a Farm Girl, Fox and Rabbit, Heart and Hand, Hello from Liz Matthews, Hoffman, let's see, Plum Street Sampler, Primrose Cottage, Rosewood Manor, Shakespeare's Peddler, Shepherd's Bush. I gotta go back to Teresa Kogan, even though I waited in line today. I forgot the most important thing I went in there for. I saw Teresa and it was all over. I was very excited. I got a picture with her though. Weeks Dye Works, and I have to go back to Yarn Tree. I've been to Yarn Tree twice already. So that's my plan for tomorrow. So many of these designers are on the 5th floor. Y'all, I didn't even make it to the 5th floor today. We were there for 2.5 hours, and I think I truly got through like a floor and a half. Like, I was kind of jumping all over the place. Once it was getting later in the evening, I was like, I need to hurry up and make my mind up on what I'm getting and where I'm going. So today we were mainly taking pictures of what we wanted and getting some single patterns. That way we could discuss this evening what the store is going to buy, so in bulk, you know, for customers at the store. So I will make a formal Flosstube video about this, but I did want to let anybody who watches this know my kind of plans for next year. So this has super duper encouraged me. So, oh, hey Pat, I didn't even see you were on here. It says there's 0, so hey, I didn't know anybody was even watching. But so this time next year, my plan is for Nathan and I to come down here together, registered under Millennial Fabrics, and I would like to pick, I'm thinking 5 to 7 patterns that are released at next year's market, so Nashville Needlework 2025, and dye fabric that would go well with them, and maybe try to package up some kits for you guys. Either do some kits or maybe take pre-orders from you know, all of you guys. So I think that would be a fun thing to get into. But yes, until then, let me share with you some of the awesome stuff I have found today. Yeah, so here we go. So this is potentially one of my favorite things that I found, and I didn't see this advertised. Lots would be great. Okay, Pat says lots would be great. So I'll probably try to get some feelers out to you guys to see once we get closer to that date. There's some stuff I have to do. Kits, not lots. Kits. Yes, I think that would be really fun. To do some kits. That way you guys have the whole thing. Like, I don't know, like for instance, I'll show you something that I was thinking. Obviously I don't have it for this year, but there's a pattern from Ardith Designs. It's the Skipjack Sampler. It's just on my phone, but it's this one right here. And if you guys are familiar with our fabrics, how nice would that have looked with wisteria? You know, like we could have kitted that up with wisteria. So, you know, just something to kind of think about for next year. I'm feeling super motivated. This has been like a crazy experience for me that I really enjoyed. I'm just going to share with you some of the stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to go into quantities and stuff, but just share some stuff. So I did get these Ginger scissors. Oh, it's reflecting a little bit, but aren't those super pretty? Oh my gosh. I'm not even like a scissor snob, but aren't those pretty? I love them. Love them, love them. It says Designer Series Ryan, what it says. I did get some Q-snaps because the store needs Q-snaps and Sarah needs Q-snaps. Because I just started using Q-snaps and I have one, a big one and one small one, and I'm so tired of switching it every time I want to switch patterns. Like, I have 11 current projects going, and switching it constantly is a pain in the butt. So, okay, so these are all from Yarn Tree. So tired. They are needle minders. So we found this one. We're gonna go back tomorrow and get some more of these for the store. This one. This one has a cat, so I'm partial. Cute. And this one. Little bee. Okay, so those are the needle minders that we have found that we were interested in so far. We did find a little bit of fabric that we picked up. That's so funny though. Looks like there's some thread got stuck in there. So these are kind of funky cuts of fabric that they had. So they were discounted, which is really nice. So this is a 19 by 27 piece. I honestly don't even know what count it is. It literally was just labeled 19 by 27. So odd. Because that's a nice size piece of fabric. Same color. This is an 11 by 18. So. And then also picked up from Yarn Tree some Linda Country Mocha. Again, doesn't tell me the size, but it's obviously linen, so I'll just use my fabric gauge when I get home so I can see what size it is, but it's pretty. So, okay, now time for patterns. So a lot of these patterns, like I've said a couple times, we just bought one of because we had dinner tonight and then discussed like, hey, do you think this would go better in the store? Or, you know, who do you think would want this? So it was just easier just to go get one and conquer and divide. So let's go through. So we picked up Tiny Modernist Cross Stitch Spring Chicken. So here's the thing about the Spring Chicken. I think it needs a model stitch desperately, because I think it's cute like on the card, but it wasn't on my wish list. But when I saw it at Market, I was like, I had to get it immediately. Or as Pam and Steph say, add to cart. I had to get this immediately upon arriving. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually stitch a sample of that for our local shop to help them sell that pattern. So I'm going to show you guys some pictures as I go, because that's just me. So I got a picture with Tiny Modernist. Look at me cheesing. I'm cheesing hardcore in all these pictures, y'all. Cheesing hardcore. So this is a super, super cute pattern. It's also very Ada friendly. There's just a little bit of back stitch. Everything else looks like regular stitches, and it looks like it'd be a pretty quick one. So that is Spring Chicken by Tiny Modernist. All right. The next place we were looking at was Silver Creek Samplers. So we picked up 3 of these to look at. Oh no. Ugh, I didn't realize the pattern was on the back. Good thing it wasn't the whole thing. Good thing it was just a little blurb. Anywho's, I will do that again. My bad. So we picked up Rainbow Crossing. So let me read this one to you. It says, "The time has come, I cannot deny, to let your gentle spirit fly. We'll meet again, it's not the end. Wait by the bridge for me, my old friend." So if you have animals, you know the Rainbow Bridge. These 3 patterns that we picked up, the models sold them. Like, the models were gorgeous. Let me show you these, and I actually took a picture of her setup so you could see. It's really, really pretty. Okay. We also got Wings of Change. The butterfly is proof that you in the darkness can be transformed too. So, fun fact, I'm horrified of caterpillars. That's a stupid thing to be afraid of, but I am. Again, stitched gorgeously. Okay, and then you guys know I talked about this one earlier today. It is Day of Jubilee. Such a glory in all I see now that I can say I'm free. So that is Day of Jubilee. Okay, so let me show you the pictures from that. So here we are. I took a picture with her. Cheesin'. But here was her design, oops. I don't want to copy anything. Here was her setup. Isn't that gorgeous? But like, I don't know why it's trying to make me copy text. I don't want to copy anything. But like, look at the models. I mean, that would have sold you too, right? Like, so pretty. She did say that this has been her most popular by far. I don't really feel like there's a lot of Rainbow Crossing or Rainbow Bridge patterns out there. So I think that was a really great call on her part. Okay, so I also got this a tiny modernist. I don't know why I didn't show this to you earlier. But this was the Follow Your Heart. I showed this earlier in the video from earlier today. So that is Follow Your Heart. So pretty. Again, sample was amazing for this one. So there was another one there that I was really interested in, but they didn't actually have any patterns at market. But it is Valentine's Terrarium, and it was a February release for them. But that was Valentine Terrarium. So pretty. Sorry, there was a ambulance driving by. Okay, so actually the first place I went was Satsuma Street. So I chose to go to her first because she is one of the first people that I stitched when I kind of got back into cross stitch. Well, I never really fell out of cross stitch, but like when I moved away from home and I started displaying cross stitches in my home and really getting into it as an adult instead of a high schooler, if that makes sense. She was one of the first ones that I stitched numerous pieces of, so kind of a big fan. So I went in there and I was so excited. Her displays were so gorgeous. So these are a little bit of her displays. One. Look at the chickens. Okay, so if you guys know me, you know I'm not a finisher. I'm very bad at finishing, but she has encouraged me. I'm gonna do this, you guys, okay? And if I can do it, so can you, and you know, we can do this. But there's me and Jody Rice. OMG. OMG. Look at my smile. My glasses are fogged up. Anyways, so we are looking at the 4 elements for the shop. The 4 elements. And again, this is my local stitching shop that I'm with, working with her to help get patterns for shop. Isn't that gorgeous? So this was originally a stitch along that she released, and I watched her when she released it, but I think this would appeal to a lot of stitchers, so picked this one up. And then we also picked up Funky Chickens. So like I said, she encouraged me. She told me that if you can back stitch, you can finish these. And I started thinking about it, and over yes, last year, gosh, when I went to Ocean City, we did little triangles when we did our baskets we made, and these are essentially triangles. So maybe I can do it. I don't know. Maybe I can. We're gonna try. So that's the chickens. Now, I will tell you this. These are hilarious. If you get them, I'm just gonna tell you, each of them says something different on the bottom. One of them says, "What the cluck." Is that not hilarious? That's so funny. So funny. What the cluck. That's funny. Okay, now you all know I went to Teresa Cookit. Okay, now you know I skipped over there because, of course I did. But I also remembered I got something from Autumn Lane too. So let me show that first. So, if you, gosh, I just like couldn't breathe for a second there. I'm so excited I can't even breathe, y'all. Okay, if you are following me, you know I am stitching something from Autumn Lane. I am stitching Serena, and they had a full display of her completed, so I did take a picture of that to show my mother because we're stitching it together. So that's the picture I took to show my mama, and she was impressed. I told her it is possible to finish this pattern. But I also got to speak to them. They were super friendly, super nice, super personable, and we did pick up this pattern. Autumn Lane Winter Friends. So the shop had a few pre-orders, not a whole lot though, because it is a quilting shop, and then they also sell cross stitch. So they're mostly buying here. So that's where we're kind of working together to figure out what's going to be best for the shop. But this was really cute. The model for this was really pretty. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just moved the whole table. This is how excited I am about Teresa, okay? So here's what happened with Teresa, okay? Again, I got excited, and I have to go back to Teresa tomorrow because I literally forgot the thing I went in there for. Got everything else, forgot what I went in there for, which I know is something the shop's buying. So I'm a hot mess. Okay, I was so excited that I saw Teresa. I was like looking around the corner. I was like, is she in there? She was, and she's amazing. She's amazing. Okay, so here's what we do have. We do have Wherever There Are Birds. He is so cute. So this one says, wherever there are birds, there is hope. Shoot. Oh, I'm shaking. So cute. We had to get Serenity. This is like the most popular pattern. Serenity. So pretty. So massive. This is one big pattern. But the samples, I could have stood in there for an hour. This one was on my personal list, and God saw everything he made, and it was good. I love this pattern. So pretty. And then this was another one where the model really encouraged me, so I wanted to be able to show this one. So this one is Seaworthy. It has 3 patterns on it. Obviously your main pattern and 2 smalls down below here. I think these will pair like really nicely, all 3 together, maybe like in a bathroom or something like that. Really cute. So this whole book's just really, really cute. I'm making sure this doesn't say anything you're not supposed to. Okay, but like look at the inside. It's just adorable. So, so cute. So those are the patterns we have thus far. I will tell you that we have a list of stuff we're looking for tomorrow, and then we're gonna have lunch, and then we'll decide like final purchases for store. But all of those places I'm going to, I have some ideas, not necessarily going to get things at all of those places, but I want to see them, meet them, do all the things. Oh, I didn't show you my picture with Teresa. I'm sure you're just needing to see that. I also got a picture with hands-on design. There she is. Anyways. There's me and Teresa. Like, yes. I felt a little bit bad, but like also not so bad. But I was like, there was a whole line out the door, and I was like, can I just take a picture with you super, super fast? But I did take a picture with her, and it was great. And If you're a Flosstube watcher, you're gonna know who this is. I did meet Steph. It happened. Now, I made a fool of myself in front of her. A fool of myself. I got very excited, and in their last video, so this is Steph from Just Keep Stitching if you don't know. So in her last video, she said, you know, I'm at Nashville like as my job, not as like a retreat. And you know, she's like, I really want to meet everybody, but I'm there as my job. And I was gonna respect that. I was not gonna bother her. But she was in line waiting to get into a shop. She was just waiting to get into a shop. I didn't feel like I was also in that line. So I went up to her and I was like, I'm gonna go up to her and I'm gonna talk to her. And I was like, hi. I was like, I'm going to StitchCon. I just embarrassed the crud out of myself. And I had my phone with the picture thing pulled up and she was like, oh, hey, did you want a picture? I was like, yeah. I said, Nathan and I watch you every Sunday. These are like my peeps, you know, like I watch them. They're like celebrities to me, you know. Of course, we were both sweating up a storm in this picture, but I will treasure this photograph. I was really excited. I saw her and I was like, I've also seen Fat Quarter Shop wandering around too, so I'm gonna try to find her as well. So yes, I'm having like the time of my life. I'm loving it here so much. I have every intention to be here next year, under Millennial Fabrics. So really excited to be here and to be able to share this with you all. So thank you for sticking in here and watching this and talking to me. I am going to pack this stuff up and take a shower and go to bed because I'm exhausted. I stitched in the car so that I could count it as my stitching for the day though, because I have not missed a day yet and I will not miss this weekend. Will not. So yes. That being said, we will touch base again tomorrow. I am sure of it. I can't wait to share with you all how tomorrow goes. I'll make sure to take more pictures to share. I'll also post a lot of these on Instagram. I am not a celebrity. I'm just a fangirl. Pat said, you are a celebrity as well. Not quite. Not quite. But I appreciate that. I do feel bad because somebody talked to me and like they talked to me like they knew me, but I didn't know who they were. And I was like so overwhelmed with what I was doing. Like, we had just got there and they were like, hey, and I was like, hey. I didn't know who it was. So if you see this, I'm sorry. I was very overwhelmed and very overstimulated, and maybe you were just being super nice. I don't know. Maybe you had no idea who I was. Maybe you were like, I don't know who that person is. But they're standing here looking extremely overwhelmed with wide eyes. So maybe you just thought to be nice. I don't know. But yeah. So super excited for tomorrow. I will definitely touch base with you all tomorrow. Yeah. So let's see. And Pat, you're the real MVP. Thanks for being here the whole time. All right, y'all. I will see you tomorrow, and good night.